Wednesday Show with your hosts Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. Brought to you in full color and stereo sound with amplification provided by Trainer. Broadcasting into the world from Storyhouse Studios in Campbellford, Ontario, you'll hear the best in old country, folk, Americana, punk rock, and 80s music delivered into your homes every week for free. And don't forget your regular dose of new and original songs from Music for Goats. Never be alone on a Wednesday night again, 8 p.m. Eastern and 9:30 for those of you in Newfoundland. Join the Whiskey Wednesday regulars on Facebook to be a part of the conversation, or watch on YouTube as well. Pour a drink, a cup of tea, or a nice cold long tooth. Roll up your best smoke and sit back and relax. Don't forget to hit the share button to help spread the word. The Whiskey Wednesday Show, every week. Cheers.
CBD.
Long tooth lager to start the show. Some nice. Nice and wet. Somehow I'm still thinking it's 10 to 8, but here we are. So we're going to play you some music. How's everybody doing? It is the Whiskey Wednesday Show. I am Ken Tizzard. We are Music for Goats. I have Mr. Neil Lucy to my left. How are you doing this evening, Mr. Neil Lucy?
I'm absolutely elegant, thank you.
You're elegant?
Yes, I am.
That's a nice compliment to give yourself.
I think it is, yes, and well deserved.
I'm absolutely
Yes,
feeling
indeed,
beautiful
yes.
this evening as well. How is the weather out your way in those treacherous little side roads?
Well, it's the same as here, except, it's out in the country, that's all.
Okay.
Same weather, but, and same result.
But the roads are different because you don't get service out there as quickly as we do
Actually,
here.
it's surprising. I've usually found living out in the country that you tend to get better service than you do in town.
See, now everybody's going to move to the country and you're going to hate it.
Well, that's all right. They won't move anywhere near me because I'll just, start practicing with the Gatling gun or something just to get the general idea that it's not a safe neighborhood. How's
Well, that's very good. I'm glad that the roads out there are taken care of.
Yeah.
Mr.
Of course,
Grant,
you can't do anything about the hills.
You can't do anything about the hills, exactly. How's your side of town?
It's
Slippery?
getting pretty icy, yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it's been snowing for a couple days, and now it's sort of been raining all afternoon, and it's warming up, but it's still below freezing. So
Yeah.
So it's a really gross time for slipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever they cleared the snow from is just glare ice.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And the snow that they did clear is really ugly too. I
And
imagine.
thankfully, I didn't clear my car till it was time to leave, so it had 2 inches of snow with ice on top. It was easy
Instead
to
of the
just-
ice on the bottom, which is good. Yeah. Okay. Good. And David, at the end of the street, how are things down there?
I slid the whole way down.
You slid the whole way down. What are you driving? A Subaru?
Pretty much. It was
Yeah.
like Booth Street Drift.
Oh, the Booth Street Drift. Oh, cool. I haven't been out of the house in a few days. I'm okay with that, but it's nice to see the weather happening outside. Tomorrow might be a different day, but it's supposed to rain tomorrow, isn't it?
I think so. Can't remember.
Either way, the weather's the weather. In the meantime, it is the Dylan and Hines night here on the Whiskey Wednesday Show. We've got a good gang here. Hey, Steve, Ron, Debbie, Joe. Hey, Janet, how you doing? Janet Jeffrey is watching the show.
All right. Hey,
Hello, Janet. How are you?
Mike Stedenberg, GT Mike is here. So your back is great. All appointments made to get new joints replaced in my right hand. That'll be awesome, GT. Wow, some joints in your hand would be really nice. I love having joints in my hand. Jeannie Tens, Joe, Debbie, Jordan Tupper, the whole gang. Rich, Steve, first two in here. Nice to see you. Hey, Tony. Nice to have everybody here. I hope you're all doing well tonight. We seem to be doing all right here. Barry, you're feeling better this week than you were last week. You had a little bit of a flare up with your hand again.
Yeah, it's normal this week, I think.
Okay, so it's back to normal a bit.
Yeah,
That's good.
see how it goes.
There you go. Barry talking from the depths again, as best Barry likes to do, staying in the background. Let's start with a little Dylan, I guess. We're going to start with this song called... How is it? No matter how much organizing I do before the show, I never have... I just have to do like one thing. I never have enough room to do it. So fucking weird. So weird. Oh my God, there we go. Desk organization. I know, go digital. Read it all on a computer. No, that's okay. Just realizing I forgot to do something with my hair tonight before the show. I got my workout ponytail is in from the afternoon workouts. I've got these great little swim trunks. It's great, sort of my ponytail and my black swim trunks with my high socks and my sneakers, practicing skateboarding in my bedroom at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Be still my beating heart.
What time does the fashion photographer show up?
Oh, yeah.
Ready for a shoot here.
I'm trying to get the image out of my head.
A little Bob Dylan for you here. Go away from my window. Leave at your own chosen speed. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'm not the one you need. You say you're looking for someone, never weak but always strong, to protect you and defend you, whether you are right or wrong. Someone to open each and every door, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for. Go lightly from the ledge, babe. Go lightly on the ground. I'm not the one you want, babe. I'll only bring you down. You say you're looking for someone who'll promise never to part, someone to close his eyes for you, someone to close his heart, someone who'll die for you and more, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for. It ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for. Go melt back in the night, babe. Everything inside is made of stone. There's nothing in here moving in any way. I'm not alone. You say you're looking for someone who'll pick you up each time you fall, someone to gather flowers constantly, someone to come each time you call, a lover for your life and nothing more, but it ain't me, babe. No, 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 it ain't me, babe. It ain't me you're looking for. It ain't me you're looking for. There you go. It's a long time since we've done that one. That's a blast from the past. Man, what fun. Have I ever recorded that one? I don't think I have. That's always a nice one to play, though, when I can remember the words and you can remember how to play it. I see more people showing up and entering here. I saw, yes, we're 50% at the vinyl. That's wild. Last week we decided that we'd sell off the back cover, and we've hit 50% of the back cover sold. So we're moving into the second half of the back cover. So if you got any friends who want to be credited on a record, or if you got any businesses that you want to represent, drop us a line. Hey, Amanda Brown, how you doing? Lovely to see you. Steve Ostafalo, nice to see you. I just saw, oh yes, MLM is here as well. How you doing there, Lloyd? And the whole gang, excellent. Well, we're here to play you some tunes. We're going to play some Bob Dylan and some Ron Hines. We're going to go back to back. Is it E flat for No Change in the Weather or E?
Flat.
E flat, eh? Another one of these sort of tunes that we've been working so much on the new record lately, and also working with getting Dave up to speed with, I don't know, I guess we're about 60 songs in of the 120. So it's been, it's always sort of a thing to try and keep the back catalog up, and not that Ron is back catalog in any way. God, that's hard to say, back catalog. Not that Ron is any way sort of in the back of the mind, but we just don't play all 16 or so of the Ron Hines songs that we do know. We don't do those all the time, and this is one of those ones that gets a fair bit of attention. It's a crossover in the set between St. John's Waltz and this one, so I won't say what this one is yet. Keep the suspense building here. Oh, what's he playing? I don't know. It looks like he's just tuning and trying to pass some time. Yes, that's exactly it.
Yeah, we might as well talk about the weather, eh? I
Yeah. Well, we did talk about the weather.
It's definitely changing out there.
Yeah, you know, it's hard. They changes in the weather are strange things. I had a great chat with Brian Finley today. They've started working on The Selfish Giant. That's a show that me and Brian wrote years ago, and I can't commit to being a part of it again this time on a full scale. That thing took us a year to write, and it was a lot of work. I just can't give him the commitment that I want to be a part of it. I will be a part of it in some way. I'll be a part of the recreation and making sure that the music and everything is sort of, along with our vision. And Brian knows what he's doing. He doesn't need me for anything. But it's a little unfortunate that I can't fully be a part of it. But it's also great that they're doing it. I'm really excited. It's a beautiful piece of work, and it's nice to see it coming back to the stage at West Bend this year. So that's exciting. This is a song, if you haven't guessed yet, by Ron Hines called No Change in the Weather, and it goes like this. Down the middle of the ball, attract no attention from downtown St. John's. This getting nowhere is getting to me. Wonder where can you go to be all you can be? Well, no regular Joe wants to haul up and go, just wind up homesick with no one you know. Just smoke and a beer and the sports on TV, feeling sorry you left with no choice but to leave. There's no change in the weather, no change in me. I don't want to leave, but you can't live for free. And you can't eat the air, you can't drink the sea. No change in the weather, no change in me. You shoot off a cannon from the top of Long's Hill, and a Gulliver's taxi
might be all you would kill. We were promised the sun and the moon and the stars. We got weathered old clapboard and salt rusted cars. So let me join in the leaving with all of the rest to Montreal, Calgary, Vancouver West. Lay down on a sidewalk and kick off and die, watching people not looking as they hurry by. There's no change in the weather, no change in me. I don't want to leave, but you can't live for free. And you can't eat the air, you can't drink the sea. No change in the weather, no change in me. No change in me. I don't want to leave, but you can't live for free. Down here you can't live for free, and you can't eat the air, you can't drink the sea. No change in the weather, no change in me.
Nicely done there, boys. Nicely done. Thank you very much.
Oh, I hit that one note about a half a tone sharp.
Close enough.
It's the winter time. It's the winter
It
time. A little sharp note here and then is expected at best. Okay, question for people out there, guitar players. I've got this guitar strap, which I love. It came with the guitar. It's actually fantastic. This thing has gotten so loose, though, it just slides. I don't want to put a gummy tape inside because it'll gum it up, but I'd love to get it to get into place and sort of stay within an inch or either side of where I want it to be instead of going right down by my elbow.
Well, you could put a couple of stitches in it.
Then it wouldn't move at all.
That's true.
No, I want it to move a couple inches on either side. A little bit of a think tank for the geniuses out there. If somebody wants to come up with an idea. I know Neil already has one idea, which I shot down. It's like,
Well, no, two. No, actually, I have a second
more.
idea,
Oh,
and,
second
that,
idea.
and that is you take a couple of elastic bands and wrap them around the thin part of the strap, so that when the padded part moves, it doesn't move too far. It moves down to the thing, and that's the end of it.
you might be onto something.
I might be.
Neil may have solved all
probably
the
not.
issues.
The advantage of gummies without being gummy.
Soak it overnight and put it on next day.
Oh, there
And
you
that's
go.
probably the right thing, actually. Yeah, because
that's
this
a
would
good
tighten
idea.
right up, and then it would move a little bit, but not too much.
Yeah.
See, Barry, the man in black, knows all about what to do with leather and how to make it sort of fit you better. Thank you much, Barry. Thank you very much. I'll play a little Dylan for you now. This is a neat one. We don't do it very much. Again, it's one of those songs where it comes time to put a Dylan song. I think I was saying this earlier. Yeah, St. John's Waltz and No Change in the Weather. They're in the same key. It's the same feel. It's not the same sentiment, but it's the same. It's a 6/8 slow.
It's not the same key. It's just the same capo position.
They're both in E flat, aren't they? Well, no, one's in
think
sort of
so.
B flat. Yeah, you're right.
No, the other one's in B. We
Is
better
in
be
B?
in the right key.
Oh, so okay. So either way, they're close to the same. They just sound the same. And there's only so many spots in a set for a 7-minute 6/8 tune, well, a 5-minute 6/8 tune. Either way, it's that one rarely gets played. This is another one that kind of falls into the when people we recorded Don't Think Twice. It's on the record, so when we're playing a show, like that's kind of the one that goes in. It's a song we love. B, it gives me a chance to talk about the record and say, oh, we have a record, we recorded this, which always gets people to go, oh, they have a record, cool, isn't that great? Yeah, let's buy one. No. Why would we want to buy some vinyl? Actually, that's not quite true. But this one is one that's been around for a long time. It's a great song, and it's got a lot of verses. I think I know most of them, but I'm just going to sort of lay these here just so I can have them if I need to. But it's these Dylan Hines nights. You know, oh, here's a couple of 11-verse songs in a row. Early one morning, the sun was shining. I was laying in bed, wondering if she changed at all, if her hair was still red. Her folks would set our lives together, sure was gonna be rough. Never to like Mama's homemade dress, if Papa's bank book wasn't big enough. I was standing on the side of the road, the rain falling on my shoes. Heading out for the East Coast, Lord knows I paid some dues getting through. Tangled up in blue. She was married when we first met, soon to be divorced. I helped her out of a jam, I guess, but I used much too much force. We drove that car as far as we could, abandoning it out west. Split up on a dark side night with a feeling it was best. She turned around to look at me as I was walking away. I heard her say over my shoulder, we'll meet again someday down the avenue. Tangled up in blue. I had a job in the great North Woods, working as a cook for a spell, but I never did like it all that much, and one day the axe just fell. So I drifted down to New Orleans, I was lucky just to be employed, working for a while on a fishing boat right outside Delacroix. But all the while I was alone, the past was close behind. I've seen a lot of women, but she never escaped my mind. My love just grew, tangled up in blue. She was working in a topless place, and I stopped in for a beer. I just kept looking at the side of her face in the spotlight so clear. Later on, when the crowd filled out, I was just about to do the same. She was standing there in back of my chair. She said, Dimmy, don't I know your name? I turned around to look at her. She studied the line on my face. I must admit I was a little uneasy when she bent down to tie the laces of my shoes. Tangled up in blue. She lit a burner on the stove and offered me a pipe. I never thought she'd say hello, she said, you know you look like the silent type. Then she opened up a book of poems and handed it to me, written by some Italian poet from the 13th century. And every one of them words rang true and burned like blundering coals, pouring off of every page like it was written in my soul from me to you. Tangled up in blue. I lived with them on Montague Street, basement down the stairs. There was music in the cafes at night and revolution in the air. And he started into dealing with slaves, and something inside of him died. She had to sell everything she owned and froze up inside. And always the bottom fell out and I became withdrawn. The only thing I knew how to do was to keep on keeping on like a bird that flew. Tangled up in blue. So now I'm going back again. I got to get to her somehow.
All the people I used to know, they're an illusion to me now. Some are mathematicians, some are carpenters' wives. I don't know how it all got started, I don't know what they do with their lives. Me, I'm still on the road, I'm heading for another joint. We always did feel the same, we just saw it from a different point of view. It's tangled up in blue. Tangled up in blue. Tangled up in blue.
There you go. A little Tangled Up in Blue. Man, I remember when I realized that I sort of, that song was part of my psyche. I remember being on the road with the Watchmen. We were playing in, I'm going to say Waterloo, Guelph, Burlington, somewhere out there in a, no, maybe it was York University campus. They had a downstairs student union bar. It was only about 800 seats. But we'd go down there, and then we had our dressing room up on the second floor, which was a classroom, which we'd take over for the night. And we were playing there with Andre's band. They were called, oh my God, the Blue Meanies is what they changed their name to. They had a different name before that, though, but it was already taken. Anyways, I think they were called the Blue Meanies back then. And we were upstairs after the show, and like we were a touring band, so as the musicians, we didn't actually do a lot of the work. There was crew who took care of everything. We just sort of walked on and off stage. And between then, it was sleeping, drinking, and staying alive. And so we were, the show had ended, and we were upstairs drinking, and Andre had his acoustic guitar, and he started playing the chords to this, and he sang the first verse, and I remember sort of standing up, and we stood up together, and we started singing, and we got through the entire song, and like sort of caught all the words, and I was so impressed. It was just like, oh my God, that was the first sort of time that I realized that I knew all the words to that song. A little nudge here and there from Andre, but yeah, anyways, that one's been with me for a long time, but I don't play it very often. I probably should. It's a fun song. Oh, you know what else is a fun song? You know what's not a fun song?
Tell us.
What would that be?
Killer Cab. It's a beautiful song.
It's
Don't
a
get me wrong.
great song.
I always enjoy it.
Absolutely, stunningly beautiful, but not so much fun. Ron Hines, who I talk about all the time for anybody who's tuning in for the first time, or anybody who hasn't heard me tell all the Ron Hines stories 1,000 times. Ron Hines was the Newfoundland poet, troubadour, musician, exquisite. He wrote a song called Sonny's Dream, which was famous around the world. He headed up the wonderful Graham Band on vocals. He was an actor. He was involved in plays and movies. He was just a total sort of artistic genius. And he had a way as a musician of, I heard Greg Malone, I think it was Greg Malone who said it at his funeral. Greg said something along the lines of, he took our lives and turned them back to us in song. Or reflected them back to us in song. And that's always stuck with me with Ron's stuff, because yeah, it's very true. Ron would take the simplest things from, the murder of Dana Bradley, something that he just kind of pulled out of the news that was affecting everybody, to songs about leaving home, like we just played No Change in the Weather a few songs ago. And right through to the simple act of being a cab driver, like a cabbie. Cabbies are a big thing in St. John's, Newfoundland. They're just introducing their first sort of app thing back home now, and I think it's going to be hell. You got all these. I mean, they're like the mafia down there, the cabbies in St. John's. Oh my, great bunch of people. They'll tell you stories. They'll treat you fantastic. They'll take you where you need to be. They'll do it all safely. Sometimes they'll just tell you stories. And sometimes the story is a scary one. I taxied up and down this town since 1964. Wore out 10 or a dozen cars over 30 years or more. Drove
Drove the other side of midnight to the clear edge of dawn. Seen a whole lot of what wasn't right, and even more of what was wrong. This man jumps in my cab one night. I'm sitting at the stand. He slumps down in the back seat with his face down in his hands. I mumbled out of town address was his only mark. Till we're halfway out the highway, and he speaks up from the dark, and he says, I can find no comfort in this night. Friend, I believe I might have taken someone's life. I remember screaming, I remember the front door slam, but I can't recall how I got all these stains upon my hands. I drop him at this dirty shack. He's the picture of despair. I can't remember what the meter read or if he even paid the fare. All I recall is sweet relief. I was halfway back to town when a police cruiser with a flashing light was flagging me down. I said, where'd you take that last fare, mister? There are times I hear him whisper in the night. Friend, I believe I might have taken someone's life. I remember screaming, I remember the front door slam, but I can't recall how I got all these stains upon my hands. I taxied up and down this town since 1954. Wore out 10 or a dozen cars over 30 years or more. Drove the other side of midnight to the clear edge of dawn. Seen a whole lot of why I wasn't right, and even more of what was wrong. 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 Little Killer Cab, Ron Hines tune. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Debbie, you're asking about the hoodies again. Yep. I've got a lot of stuff on the plate right now. I'm getting to hoodies, but it's a big thing. I got to get the website redone first, and that's what I'm working on. Jillian Lucy, snow day, all caps, exclamation point. She loves her snow days.
Yeah, unfortunately, it turned to rain day.
I know. Hey, Llewellyn Thomas, lovely to see you, brother. Hello, Ethel, how you doing? I hope you're having a great night. I hope it's not too crazy down there with winter. Hope everybody's got something nice to drink. Some rainbow look elastics. Oh, no, I'm not using rainbow in my hair. That's Neil. Neil's wearing some rainbow elastics. I got confused there.
Yes, they were made by my granddaughter Clara, and
Yes.
so I wear them every time we play, and I usually have two of them, but I managed to break the other one tonight, so Clara, you have a repair job to do.
You broke one?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, we'll have to get that fixed. Tonight we've moved on from the Ron Bisonet, now no longer with us bottle, which he sold, which we gave great praise for last week. This week we are moving into the Lagavulin single malt 16-year. This is a beautiful Scotch. It's a really nice whiskey.
the boys are enjoying it very much tonight. It's got a totally different taste. This was sent to us by Eric over at Spirit Leaf. Thank you very much, Eric, and thanks to the gang at Spirit Leaf for keeping us in the right place, mentally, and for being a good friend to the community as well. Scott Knopfler, nice to see you. Dave Prince, excellent. Yes, from Face the Gale. All the Ron albums are great if you can get your hands on them. Most of them are online at this point, so that would be a good thing to do. We're going to do that one now. Okay, this is going to be weird. One Too Many Mornings. We do that in B.
Yes.
Yep.
This was the traditional ending song for the Whiskey Wednesday show for many years. And it was always for almost 11 years, it was the ending song. Then when I moved the Whiskey Wednesday show online, we did it occasionally, but not often. But I don't think we've ever done it in the set like this. I don't know if it's going to work or not. It might not even, it might be something different. Quizzical looking.
Yeah.
What's he looking at?
I'm just trying to figure out what that is stuck in your bag.
Is that my ponytail?
It's a ponytail.
Are you all like looking at my ponytail? What's that?
I see you got something
Pirate
back.
patch on the back of
Yeah,
your
it's
vest.
held in place with a safety pin or something.
Safety pin. Oh. It's a black cutoff shirt with a safety pin in the back. That doesn't surprise me. It's
Not exactly what you call a super macho image, but
no,
never mind.
I know. It's is there nothing with the safety pin? That's weird. Moving on. Little Dylan. Down the street the dogs are barking, and the day is getting dark. As the night comes a-falling, the dogs lose the bark, and the silent night will shatter from the sounds inside my mind. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. From the crossroads of my doorstep, my eyes start to fade as I cast my head back to the room where my love and I have laid, and I gaze back to the streets and the sidewalk and the signs. I'm just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. They get distracted easily, Jillian. Take it away, Mr. Grant. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's super groovy, Mr. Grant. Trying to remember the third verse.
Got that.
It'll come back to me in a second.
A strange and lonely feeling or something like that.
I can't get the second word. It's not strange. That's the problem. It's a restless, hungry feeling that don't mean no one no good. I got it. When everything I'm saying, you can't say it just as good. And you are right from your side, and I'm right from mine. We're both just one too many mornings and 1,000 miles behind. 1,000 Mile Behind in the middle of the set. That's a weird one. It kind of works. I don't see why it doesn't.
It was all
work.
right.
Yeah, I think it works all right. Yeah, I think it works all right. It's probably a good time for me to go over to the donate page and copy that link, and then come back and lose all my chatters because I'm soliciting money or some shit. I'm not sure what happens when I do this, but there we go. Barry, you got that video there, little donate video?
Hey folks, thanks for tuning in to the Whiskey Wednesday show. Every Wednesday we will be here, rain or shine, richer or poorer. Tip jar is in the link above. Never expected but always appreciated. Never confuse the size of your paycheck with the size of your talent. I've got all the money I'll ever need if I die by midnight. Always appreciated, never expected. Please feel free to drop us a line regarding anything, including a link to your money. Cheers.
And I'm back. How ill time was that? Sorry. I was looking at
It looked like a shot out of Pain-Free Living.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to play a song for Aunt Betty, who's probably not watching at this point in time, because I haven't seen her name, but... everything's on fire now. Good Jesus Christ. Fuck, stop that. It's just like...
Yeah, just
I never even worked. Like, I never even got what I was
I'll
looking
just
for.
throw that on there.
Yeah, no, it's okay now. I never even got the toke that I wanted. It was just like, let me light this. Oh, we're back on. Oh, fuck. Okay.
What
I'm
have
getting
I
control
done?
of myself again. When's the next break so I can finish that off? I smoked a joint during the show a few times. Once for Jeannie, which everybody was totally cool with, and another time just because I thought it would be okay to smoke a joint while playing, and got some nasty feedback about smoking and encouraging people to smoke. So I try to do that when there's a video playing. We were going to play a song now called 30 for 60, and it's for my Aunt Betty. I don't have the five in my hand, not a last leg to stand upon, but what the hell, I'm going 30 for 60, let the night swell, somebody fix me a single malt of whiskey, and I don't have the jack or the ace, but I've got on my good poker face, and I'm holding my queen, going 30 for 60, feeling hungry and lean. Life's about chances, and the king's in the kitty. 30 for 60. You can take this to heart, you can gamble your soul. I'm 65 now, and I'm still in a hole. Life's just a game, and it's a grand piece of fun. There's little left I can go on, and I don't have the jack or the ace, but I've got on my good poker face, and I'm holding my queen, going 30 for 60, feeling hungry and lean. Life's about chances, and the king's in the kitty. And I don't have the five in my hand, not a last leg to stand upon, saying go what the hell, I'm going 30 for 60, let the night swell, somebody fix me a single malt of whiskey. 30 for 60, 30 for 60, 30 for 60, 30 for 60.
section out with a modulation and a...
No.
No,
We
we
just
did it.
ki-
We
we
just
just
didn't do the
kind of wrecked the
modulation.
hell out of that modulation. That
We
one
didn't do
spot
the
there.
modulation though, did we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did.
Yeah, we did.
See, and I never even got to smoke that joint. That's what happens when you're unmedicated.
Zoned out. But you played the solo in the right key after the modulation.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
no problem.
Okay.
Hey,
It was all good. It was all good. It's all over. This one's interesting.
all over now, baby blue.
It's all over now, baby blue. A nice call, Mr. Grant. Well
Thank
put
you,
together. I got to take a look at my set list here because I got notes and there's important things that have to be mentioned from time to time. Where's your gummy cans? I'm out of gummies. I had some oils. You know, so I was actually I grabbed the chocolate bar out of the fridge tonight, the shroom bar. I'm like, maybe I'll take some of this. This was at like 6:15. I thought maybe I'll take some of this for tonight. And I went, no, I better not. So, but no, I'm out of gummies right now, which sucks. But I'm gonna get some more. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. Lots of stuff going on. It's hard to maintain the right balance of medicinals and prescription drugs, along with healthy living and eating and breathing and all that stuff. We got a
just
cool video
abstain.
rewind coming up.
I just abstain.
You abstain
Abstain.
from everything.
Pretty well.
Yeah.
I am the least fun person on the planet.
Your middle name is Abstinence.
Yes, that's right. Yes, indeed.
This is a fun tune. If I can just kind of get my head together here. Yeah, this is a weird one because I played this one for years as the Ken Tizzard, let's sort of put it in a different key and slow it really down and make it kind of maudlin, but let it reflect a little bit of the top thing, or the original, which is what I've always done. This one here, I did that with, and for years I played it sort of, just a very different version, and then I think it was last year when we were getting ready for the Dylan Hines week, or the Dylan Hines show. We were listening to Hard Rain, the album, in the back room one night, and this came on, and we just said, hey, let's do it like that. So this is sort of a different version. This is one of the live Bob Dylan versions from Hard Rain, which is a fantastic live album. It's got a really good version of Maggie's Farm on it, which is fucking cool, and this version of Shelter from the Storm, which is different than anything else. Now on their live version, this was I think this was during the Rolling Thunder tour when they had, was it Ronson playing guitar, and they had a bunch of musicians with them. I mean, it was different musicians on stage every night, aside from the amazing house band that he put together. So his band was awesome. There was all these other people. So it was a real ruckus of a sound. It's a great record, Hard Rain, if you can find it. But this is one off Hard Rain. It's called Shelter from the Storm. It goes like this. 1, 2, 3,
'Twas in another lifetime, one of toil and blood, when darkness was a virtue and the road was full of mud. I came in from the wilderness, a creature void of form. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. And if I pass this way again, you can rest assured I'll always do my best for her. On that I give my word. In a world of steel-eyed death and men who are fighting to be warm. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Wow. Not a word was spoke between us. There was little risk involved. Everything up to that point had been left unresolved. Try imagine in a place where it's always safe and warm. 'Cause I'll give you shelter from the storm. I was burned out from exhaustion, I was buried in the hail, poisoned in the bushes and blown out in the trail, hunted like a crocodile who was ravaged in the corn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, suddenly I turned around and she was standing there with silver bracelets on her wrists and flowers in her hair. She walked up to me so gracefully and she took a crown of thorns. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, now there's a war between us, something has been lost. I took too much for granted and I got my signals crossed. Just to think that it all began on an uneventful morn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, the deputy walks on high nails and the preacher rides a mound. Beauty reservations that someday I'll make it count. Well, I understand the pressure is hopeless and forlorn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, I've heard newborn babies wailing like a mourning dove. An old man with broken teeth was stranded without love. Do I understand your question, man? Is it hopeless and forlorn? Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. In a little hilltop village, they gambled for my clothes. I bargained for salvation and they gave me a lethal dose. I offered up my innocence and I got repaid with scorn. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Well, I'm living in a different country and I'm bound to cross the line. Beauty walks the razor's edge, someday I'll make it mine. If I can just turn back the clock to when God and her were born. Come in, she said, I'll give you shelter from the storm. Come on. We're gonna double it up.
I love that song. That's another great one. Lots of great imagery in that one.
Now you should be wearing your shorts for this, because it is a marathon.
It is a marathon. You're right. Yes, that one's a big jangly, hold on real hard type of thing. 8:54, and we're like halfway through. Okay. We're gonna make some adjustments. Don't worry, we're not gonna leave without anything you haven't heard in a while. But we are gonna do Man of a Thousand Songs because we haven't done that one in a while. Yeah. And that one's fun, and I'm putting it into B flat, which is the wrong key, right?
Yes, that's the wrong key.
I like to acknowledge my incorrectness by way of correcting it. Oh my, folks, it's so much nice. We're replying to about 500 plus. Cooking for how many? Oh, we're looking at Deb, you want to? Sorry, I'm seeing something about a 500-person dinner here that Debbie is organizing. Apparently this weekend, Debbie is having up to 500 free dinners at her house. So reach out to her on Facebook and ask about the free dinner. There's 500 of them that she's preparing for you. I think that's what I'm getting out of this conversation, but my eyes could be failing a little bit. Ron is cooking. Ron's going over to Debbie's, and he's cooking. And Ron, I guess last week when you weren't here and everybody was asking about Ron, there was a period of time where somebody asked about Rin, and that became your new name, and we all decided that from now on you would be called Rin, R-I-N, instead of R-O-N. So when chatting with Rin, please make sure to correct your spelling, ladies and gentlemen.
Is that Rin Boissonat?
So it was what?
Rin Boissonat?
I'm not catching that.
Never mind.
Is it a reference to a person?
No. Yeah.
Rin Tin Tin?
No, his last name is Boissonat, right?
Boissonat.
So I just changed a couple of the vowels in it.
Oh, I see.
Boissonat.
Jeez, how did I not get
Back
that?
to the song.
Okay, everybody's talking about Rin online now. Good stuff. Job well done.
Did Rin find the gate?
He's got a crimson and red tattoo, keeps it hidden just above his t-shirt sleeve. It's a broken heart and the inscription reads, "No love songs if you please." But he don't really mean that. It's his only cheeky tongue. He stands up and sings for them every night. He's the man of 1,000 songs. He knows the streets like he knows his last name. He knows the city like the wrong side out. He knows that time is cruel and any man's a fool who hides the truth behind his mouth. He knows the Duke of Earl, he knows my girl, and the house of the rising sun. And the opening line on his marquee sign reads, "The man of 1,000 songs." He knows an old hotel where the desk clerk will sell you your soul back reasonably cheap. Or this guy you can call when you're crawling a wall and the whole town's asleep. He don't promise what he don't deliver. He keeps it all in the easy keys. He don't dream about his expectations, but he's got the stance down to a T. He's got a friend in the backstage alley, got just the thing to make the night move along. He's taking all requests like you might have guessed. He's the man of 1,000 songs. He knows an old hotel where the desk clerk will sell your soul back reasonably cheap. Or this guy you can call when you're crawling a wall and the whole town's asleep. He don't promise what he don't deliver. He keeps it all in the easy keys. He don't dream beyond his expectations, but he's got the stance down to a T. He's got a friend in the backstage alley, got just the thing to make the night move along. He's taking all requests like you might have guessed. He's the man of 1,000 songs. Whoa, whoa, he's the man of 1,000 songs.
A little man of 1,000 songs there for you, Ron Hines.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
That was nice, actually. Brought a tear to my eye. Ron has brought many a tear to my eye. I wanted to mention the we got a great video rewind coming up tonight too. We've got the studio version of Good Dog Is Lost going all the way back to when Ken Kelly and Luke were both. I forgot at one point in time Ken
Really?
Kelly and Luke were both playing with us. It was me, you,
Yes.
Steve, Ken Kelly, and Luke. Yeah, it was a brief period of time. But
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
That was when I think when I was putting together the Ron tribute. You guys were the ones that were kind of around me, so I think all of you played on the record, plus a bunch of people back home and stuff like that. But yeah, oh, cool, cool. Okay, well, we're gonna do. It's 9 o'clock now, so we're gonna do "Don't Think Twice" and "Judgment" to end out the night. I'm just gonna get tuned here for a second. So nice to hang out with you all again. The Monday Nights album is happening right now. It's being mixed. Not the Monday Nights album. The Dag Sessions album is being mixed, and we're gonna in the week after next we're gonna try and record that tune. Already gone to be on it as well. The way that I'm doing it, as I explained last week, is I'm selling off the back cover in little pieces. From $40, you can get your name mentioned on the back, and you can go on up. There's just under half the record left. You could buy all that for $2,500. But the total was I need the $5,000 to make all the manufacturing for the record happen. So it's kind of a way of supporting the album and as well sort of getting your logo. There's been a couple sort of businesses that have said, "Oh, can I put like my sort of company logo there?" And I said, "Well, we're going to make it look like what we can look like." I don't want it to. Originally, it was going to be just names, but Rayanne Schachter, who did the Dame for the Brown-Eyed Girl. And all of her dames as well. She did a little dame, and she bought actually 1/16 of the back cover. So when I knew the dame was going to be there, and then somebody else said I got a company logo, and I started thinking about it. So I am entertaining special requests, but we started doing that last week, and we've sold out 55% of the album, I guess now. So just over 50% now, because I was talking to Brian Finley today, and I mentioned to him, "Oh, and by the way, Brian Finley, we've got some space for West Bend." And he kind of said, "Oh, yes, we'll take some." So, nice to have everybody on board. But Don't Think Twice, we do an E.
Apparently we're doing it in E flat.
We're doing an E flat?
I think so.
Oh, excellent. Love again. Okay, so Derek has just posted this here. Here's my stab at using ChatGPT to highlight the night. On Whiskey Wednesday, we gather neath the neon light, Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats, setting the vibe just right. Bob Dylan's words and Ron Hines' tales in a room filled with laughter where camaraderie prevails. Whiskey Wednesday, a refuge from the grind, a weekly haven for hearts and minds. Guitars strumming, stories flow in the company of friends, letting troubles go. That's pretty cool. I'm not even quite sure how you came up with that. Like I know what ChatGPT sort of is, but I don't use it. I tested it. Somebody emailed me last year. They said we need a 250-word bio, immedially for this thing that's going to press. And I went, and I can't remember what it was, but I went to ChatGPT and I said, give me a 250-word bio on Ken Tizzard and Music for Goats. And they wrote this bio. It was fucking perfect. It was like 250 words about what's been happening in the band's life, and it was somewhat accurate. That's neat, though. Okay.
It is neat, but how, Derek, I think I'd have to say that it's a sin that in that poem you did not mention Rin.
ChatGPT missed a little late to the whole Rin game.
It's not good with content.
Okay, so we're gonna do something now off of the album.
Ron already said I'm not getting any food, so
the COVID
what
album.
I got to lose, right?
We got a charcuterie board tonight for afterwards with cheeses and fruit and meat. What was I saying? Oh, we're going to do this song. This is off of the... No, this is off of the... Why can't I remember the name of the album? All Together Now.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah,
I was
that's what
gonna
it
say
is.
it's around here somewhere.
I know. It's always around here. Everything's around here. Oh, the Kinks have been there 2 weeks in a row. Sorry, Allison. God, I went to change that too, and I got distracted by something. I did hang the goat upside down, which people may have noticed, but he's moved over to the drums at this point here. It looks like he's having a grand old time over there. So, okay, just catching up here, seeing if everything is still good. Joe Murray has started his ever slow goodbye night all. At 21:04. It's now 9:04. Okay, let's see if Joe's still here after the next few songs. Here's a little Bob Dylan for y'all, ladies and gentlemen, from the All Together Now album, put together by me and a bunch of my friends during COVID. It goes just like this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, even you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, it'll never do no how. When your rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window, I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on. But don't think twice, it's alright. It ain't no use in calling out my name, girl, like you've never done before. Ain't no use in calling out my name, girl, I can't hear you anymore. I wish there was something you would do or say to maybe try and change my mind and stay. We never did too much talking anyway, but don't think twice, it's alright. Turning on your light, babe, the light I'd never knowed. Ain't no use in turning on your light, babe, I'm on the dark side of the road. I once loved a woman walking down the road. I once loved a woman, she was a child, I'm told. I gave her my heart, but she wanted my soul. But don't think twice, it's alright. No, don't think twice, it's alright. No, don't think twice, it's alright. Oh, little Bob Dylan for y'all there. Oh my goodness. The Monday nights have been going fantastic. Oh, thank you, Michael Monroe. Oh, I love seeing it when Michael Monroe is online. Mike is a really old friend of mine, and one of my oldest sort of bandmates. We played in a band, a couple bands, Chebcat Backpaw. What were the other names of some of the other bands? We used to do like. We used to try and do like Steely Dan covers and stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like pretty complex shit. Steely Dan and King Crimson and, stuff like that. We had a great time doing it. Mike was in me when we went on the road with the Amazing Glenn. You've heard me talk about the Amazing Glenn Mary show many times. Yes, exactly.
Good Lord.
So Mike was part of the Amazing Glenn entourage. It was Mike and I who had the conversation about how are we going to tell our parents that we're not going to work this summer? Like we're just gonna get in our Jeff Seymour station wagon and go around Newfoundland with this guy who dances on flaming broken glass. Yeah, Dave may have missed some of those stories. I toured around Newfoundland for a summer with a guy who danced on flaming broken glass while we played music in the background.
So you were the soundtrack to the performance?
We were the band. Yeah, we were the band. We'd play all night, and at like 1 o'clock in the morning when everybody was drunk, he'd come out and do his show in the middle of the dance floor, and we'd play like Proud Mary and stuff like that while he danced on, he sort of poured broken glass over his face that was all lit on fire with lighter fluid and stuff. And then he'd leave, and we'd finish off the night, and then we'd go to the next town and do it again.
And not go to the hospital?
No.
Good question. Yeah.
Mike Monroe, can't make this shit up. You're fucking right.
Oh, you're right. You
Absolutely right.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah, he was pretty wicked. Really cool guy. Weirdish. I don't know.
Just a guy around here that who's that guy that does the whole candles on his
Oh, that's Wax Mannequin. Yeah,
Oh,
he's from
is that what his name
Waterloo
is?
Way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's a bit of a Canadian icon.
Is he really?
Yeah, he's quite the artist, actually. But yeah, he does do the candle on his head, which melts during the show. We're going to end the night with some Ron tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for coming by. Thank you all for being a part of what we do, and thank you for allowing us into your lives and take up your time. I know how valuable time is to people these days. And when Wednesday nights come around and I see people here, it's always great because I love playing music with the guys, and if we can share it with you, that's fantastic. The Monday nights have been working out fantastic. Did I have a photo there, Barry? You know, sort of this, I took this one late at night, sort of as we were having our little nosh. Chef Dorset made a big plate of things for us to eat, which was delicious, and we were just sitting there. And that's just sort of at the end of the night when it's all coming together and shutting down. That's what the place looks like. But it's the Monday nights have been a lot of fun. Yeah,
I remember seeing you take that photo.
Yeah, it's, every now and again I see something. I'm like, oh yeah, that might work with that. But I like this little phrase that I found, and this is on the T-shirts as well. If anybody wants to get a T-shirt. Goats are social creatures normally found in groups, and it is recommended that they are not kept in isolation, at least for any length of time. Once formed, the group social structure can last for years. It's funny because that's kind of, you know, what the Music for Goats thing is all about. I didn't make that up. That's actually a quote about goats. So unless it's somebody else's words that I've ripped off, but either way. We're going to end the night with a little Ron Hines from his catalog of songs about outlaws. Good night, Ren.
I got a whole world of judgment on me now. I am cursed and called a craven coward. Of this I will avow. I treasure my notoriety. I'm the man no man wants to see. Still it's better to be famous for the wrong I've done tonight than to be nobody all my life. I did it all for fortune and for fame. Now I'm the man I shot and I killed Jesse James. Everybody knows me now for sure. Every meal's a feast, every empress is a whore, and it's better to be famous for the wrong I've done tonight than to be nobody all my life. Here we go. I see his face forever in my dreams. I see me shoot him with a gun. It was a gift from him to me, and I did it all for fortune and for fame. Now I'm the man I shot and I killed Jesse James. Everybody knows me now for sure. Every meal's a feast, every empress is a whore, and it's better to be famous for the wrong I've done tonight than to be nobody all my life. I see his face forever in my dreams. I see me shoot him with a gun. It was a gift from him to me, and I got a whole world of judgment on me now. Oh, I am cursed, called a craven coward. Of this I will avow. Well, I treasure my notoriety. I'm the man no man wants to see. Still it's better to be famous for the wrong I've done tonight than to be nobody all my life. Than to be nobody all my life. I did it so I wouldn't be nobody all my life. Little
Judgment from my friend and inspiration, Ron Hines. Neil, how was your week? Everything good?
Yeah,
I know
absolutely
we
great,
talked about
thank
the
you very
snow
much.
earlier, but everything is good. You had to go
No.
into Toronto to like visit work.
Well,
Not that you
that-
work anymore.
that
You have
was-
a company that you have to
that
poke
was-
your
yeah,
head
that
in
was
on,
that
right?
was a quick in and out yesterday because my office manager has been quite ill, so I was doing a lot of her work from home.
Right.
But she's back in the groove kind of thing, so I drove in for 2 hours to drive in yesterday, gave her all the stuff that I'd done and said, bye. And so I left here at 8 in the morning. I was back home by 1.
Back out of work.
Yeah, so.
Good for you. Free and
Yeah,
clear.
so
again.
I'm a free man. Woo!
Excellent.
It's wonderful.
How was the Legion Jam with Janet? That was this weekend past.
Yeah,
right?
that was fun.
I saw some pictures. It looked like a good time.
That was fun, yeah. And our pal Justin Cooper came by.
Excellent. Justin's great.
Did the first half of the last set, which was a big relief to the band.
Oh, fantastic. Did he sit in with you guys at all, or did he just get up?
He got the rest of the band to sit in with him for
Oh,
his
yeah.
part. Yeah. That was good.
He's great. He's got such
Yeah.
a repertoire. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's really
yeah.
cool. Oh, that's good. Awesome. And you're just holed up waiting to go fishing, right?
Yep.
Like in hibernation.
Yes.
Yeah, like fishing. Yeah.
Been doing a lot
Come
of
on, what
research.
kind of a wuss are you? There is such a thing as ice fishing.
No,
Yeah,
not,
see,
nothing
I told you-
cold.
That is not real fishing. I'm
Wimp,
sorry.
wimp.
Start a lot of controversy online. For
Is Essex Hunter doing well on, you got any new content out?
I've got a whole bunch of content coming this week, and some of it I'm waiting to release because I'm going to be handing it over to be shown at a trade show
Oh, cool.
to a
Fantastic.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
And that's for Blind Rage, right?
maybe.
Oh, maybe. Oh, cool. Cool.
I'm not allowed to officially say it. but
Okay,
yeah.
well, I won't give any more hints because I don't know.
We'll wait for
Barry,
the great
you got your
unveiling.
car on what was that?
We'll wait for his great unveiling,
Yes.
and then I'll.
Barry, you got your car finally uniced?
Yeah, I'm all out.
Excellent. Everything's
We'll see
good
what
over there.
tomorrow's like, but
I know, we got snow and ice again. Well, that's excellent. MLM, thank you for dropping by, man. Next week on the show, we have MLM Skates, in fact. That is Justin, who I bought my first freestyle deck from, and I went down to talk to him about his company. So we had a little chat about his company and how he puts the decks together and sends them out to you and all that stuff. It's real cool. So Justin will be on the show next week. We're going to talk about a little bit more about skateboarding. I know you're all good at that. Michael Monroe, thank you. You guys are getting gooder and gooder. Yeah, I know. That's you keep getting stoneder, we'll keep getting gooder. Grady Schneider, thank you very much. Debbie, everybody else who's still here, thank you very much for tuning in. We are getting now to the more and more getting popular end of the night thing that we call the video rewind. I just want to make sure I got everything. Looks like everything has been covered. Absolutely. Okay, so we've got a video rewind tonight of A Good Dog Is Lost, going way back to the black and white days before they had film, before they had color film for my iPhone. We had to shoot it in black and white. So, anyways, have a nice week. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being cool. Thanks for everything you do. And remember to be like Steve. Cheers. A good dog is lost. So a sign above the counter at the corner store with an address and a phone to call. Still in all it said, a little bit more it said, hey there stranger, well I can hardly believe someone that I love that much has run away from me. And if you find her, you can only return to me at any cost. For a good dog is lost somewhere out there tonight upon a darkened street, running breathless with a wild beating heart, in all directions on 4 tiny feet, calling, hey there stranger, well I can hardly believe someone that I love that much has forgotten about me. Look at all these people
tucked away in their houses, watching reruns of Who's the Boss. For a good dog is lost, and a tired clerk behind the counter says, every day in tiny ways we disappear. On a night like this, it's better him than me out there. For a good dog is lost, sit a fly beneath the windshield wiper of my car. So I stashed it in my groceries, caught this expression in my rearview mirror. It said, hey there stranger, I can hardly believe that a picture of a puppy drawn with a crayon can get to a guy like me. Guess I'll just go out and drive around. You know I'll never sleep, I'll just turn and toss. For a good dog is lost. A good dog is lost. A good dog is lost. Good dog is lost. A good dog is lost.
Once again, thanks for spending another Wednesday with us here at Storyhouse Studios. Thanks to Trainer, Yorkville, and a Longtooth Beverage Company for being a part of the show. We love our time on the Whiskey Wednesday show and appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to hit up the tip jar if you feel so inclined. Never expected, but always appreciated. Tune in every week for more guests, songs, stories, drinks, and gear talk. And don't forget to visit the website, www.kentizzard.com, to sign up for the Whiskey Wednesday wrap-up. Compiled by Allison, this is a monthly overview with highlights, directories of songs, and so much more. Be kind, be helpful, be happy, be safe. See you next week.
The seal on a Jim Beam cannon.